Okay, in this activity I'm going to be showing you a three-step process to putting an image in a document. The first step is to take your sketch and we're going to first scan it. So I'm going to be using my device and I'm going to be using Google, and to be specific, the Google Drive application. So I'm going to zoom in, and I actually have a shortcut here to the Google Drive application. If you don't have this app, you need to download it and make sure you've logged into your fcpsschools.net account. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Drive. And you're going to notice here in the bottom right hand corner there is a plus. So I'm going to click on the plus. What you're now going to see is a few options, and I'm going to use the scan feature. It looks like a small camera, so I'm going to click on scan. Now, you may or may not be prompted as to what device you want to use or what application to use. I'm simply going to say camera, and you can decide what you want to select here, but I'm going to use the camera to capture the image. Now keep in mind that I'm using a Droid, and some of you will be using Droids, some of you will be using iPhones, so this is going to look a little different, but I think at the same time there's going to be more things that look rather the same than different, even though we're using two different operating systems on our phones. So what I'm doing right now is I'm holding the camera directly on top of my sketch, and I'm actually holding my phone in what I would kind of call a landscape mode, and I want to make sure I capture the entire image or the entire sketch, and I'm just going to go ahead and click the camera button, and I will have captured the image. Now keep in mind, even though we're using the camera, it actually is going to scan the sketch, and we'll have an understanding of what that looks like once we get to that step of what this actually will look like on our FCPS laptop. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. And once I've taken my image, and if I don't like what I see, I can hit cancel and I can try it again. I like what I see. I'm going to hit OK. And let's keep in mind, once again, this could look a little different on an iPhone. At this point, I'm going to be asked to do a few things, if I so choose. I could crop, I could rotate. Honestly, I'm going to leave this image alone. I'll do that later using Snagit. But one thing I will want to do is probably rename the file. And you can actually do this two ways. I can click here, and it can actually allow me to rename the file. I can rename the scan. I'm going to give it a distinct name, something that I can just remember. If not, it'll populate it with a lot of numbers and letters. And I can go ahead and hit OK. I can also hit the Save button, which you can see right here. I can hit the Save button. And even on this screen, I can actually go ahead and rename the file. Okay? So here's a very important part, is where are you saving it to? So one thing you'll notice here is I am saving it to my drive. If you want to save it to a different location, I'm going to click here. You can pick a completely different folder in your drive if you want to save to a different location. I'm going to leave it in my drive. It's easy for me to find it. I've named it properly. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit the Save button. Okay, so that was the step required for the phone. Some students have asked if they can use a tablet. Some students have asked if they can use a laptop. The answer is phone, yes. Tablet, maybe. Laptop, no. You need either a phone or a tablet that can access your Google Drive account. So that's why this will work along with the tablet if you can access your Google Drive account. I want you to practice using the Google Drive scan feature. Okay, the next part of the video, we're going to now use our FCPS laptop to then open the PDF and snag it using the Snagit editor.